early in the morning now on Monday. We are flying to Rome for the second leg of our trip, the Ryder Cup.
Guys, we made it. We're gonna have you saber it. You first.
Thank you.
I want to hear.
Very bubbly.
I want to hear about your guys' day.
The first thing we did today was get in an early morning Uber, and we were on the media flight.
Party with the team.
Oh my
I was
God.
drinking champagne out of the Solheim Cup about 3 hours ago. There we go. There I am.
But yeah, after that, we just did the absolute minimum of tourism that you can do in Rome. We had pasta and we went to the Coliseum.
Wow. You know, they'll tell you that it's just different. And I think it is. I think it lives up to that billing.
It's more than we did.
I dragged my roller bag with me to the Coliseum too, because we didn't have anywhere else to go.
Yeah.
It was truly like something out of a travel magazine.
Well, let me tell you what. I had a cappuccino this afternoon, first one of my life, and
Hell yeah.
perked right up.
Welcome in, brother.
As someone that doesn't really do caffeine, kind of the only healthy thing.
Well, what did you guys learn from the golf
Just-
course today?
Well, we also saw a Coliseum of our own
Oh,
because the background of the grandstands, like behind
Yeah, the first tee setup.
is a blue Coliseum, and I actually wouldn't even know if it was the real thing or not because I've never been to Rome before.
Wow.
Dead ringer for the
It's
real
that
thing.
believable.
Yeah, no, it
It's
really
that-
was.
yeah.
I was taking photos in front of it. There was no one around. I was like, this is crazy. No one's here.
Yeah, I mean, we walked most of the front nine, then we walked the finishing stretch of holes. It's, I mean, it's like quirky from the beginning. Joel Beal was comparing it to Liberty National, but, you know, set in the Italian countryside, which I thought was pretty smart. The most striking thing to me is after the first 6 holes, so 7 through 18, there's not a single hole that is longer than 330 yards, but shorter than 450 yards. So there's just no like mid-length par 4s.
Yeah.
It's either basically drivable or going to be a test.
half
just
pars.
A lot of half par holes.
Which is
And
good
there's
for
par
match play.
5s, long par 3s. So there's going to be a finishing stretch, and we kind of buzzed through this finishing stretch of par 5, and then 15 is a long par 4. 16 is a fascinating drivable par 4 with water short and right and grandstands everywhere. Then you have a par 3 and a par 5 to finish.
so how about the boys?
What's
What about the golfers that you saw?
What did we see out there?
Justin Thomas.
There were more than
it
we
was
thought there might be.
mesmerizing to watch him chip today.
Yes.
Short game magician.
He had a cool drill that he was doing. He was working on his landing zone, so he had
Yeah.
a little yellow circle that he was moving around, and based on trajectory, he would hit a lower shot and have the circle closer to him on the green, and it would kind of skitter out and check.
feel like
And then
those
he
are-
would bring it further and hit it higher, and it would
Those gotta be
skitter and
the
stop.
like tiger drills, the tiger.
And then he was
backyard
hitting
stuff
he
that
was
he's
hitting
doing.
little slice chips, and then he was hitting
Yeah.
little hook chips, and it felt like,
amazing.
okay, you're going through, Charlie Woods is
That's
going through the
so-
same training.
And then we also saw Max Homa was helping out Sam Burns on the range. Like truly had his club holding it up for him. Like here's the position you want to be in and stuff.
It's like
so,
here
That's such
versus
an interesting
here.
thing.
yeah,
What was he telling?
he put his
them?
Butch Harmon hat on. I don't know.
mean, hard to say. We're trying to decipher it, but yeah. And
What
then
was the vibe with the grandstands? Was it big?
they're into like small grandstands in certain areas, like a little further away from the. And then there's big hospitality stuff right around the first, 18th, like 16th, some of the big moments. And we saw Scottie Scheffler. This was our breaking news moment of the day. Working with Phil Kenyon and also using a fatter Super Stroke grip on his putter.
It is interesting. This is like switch it up time of year.
Totally.
Right? This is the fall, the new fall, where guys are going to be tinkering and trying to get ready for Hawaii, and like they're going to try everything.
It's this gap. This is a really important tournament, but there's just been a big break, and there's about to be a big break. So we're like catching guys in workshopping season.
You know who else worked with Phil Kenyon?
Who's that?
James Colgan
I did.
at the Callaway thing.
Oh yeah,
We got
I
lessons
did.
with
Oh
him.
my gosh,
Yeah.
yeah.
News to you, apparently.
Yeah.
Come on, James.
Yeah. What a guy.
But yeah, it is a funny also like exchange week oh yeah, we're all on the same team. The idea that like Max Homa is going to give Sam Burns a tip that is really going to help him this week, maybe. But I had the same feeling watching. There were 6 or 7 caddies, you know, Joe LaCava, Joe Griner, Ricky Elliott, like the crew was all out there on the first green, like all inspecting it together. It's like, is this really helping you guys more than if you were just out here doing your normal routine? But
I'm always curious about,
cool
because we just did the Solheim Cup, and you get late in these matches, and these girls are helping each other read putts.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what if you don't read putts the same way?
And
What
you
if
never do this? You never ever are used to doing this. That always seems like kind of a silly thing. And then the other match play thing that people do. This is just a complete tangent, but it's like, oh, you have a 6-foot putt, and you have to make it, and you'll hit it. You'll see these people. It happens in Ryder Cup, Solheim Cup,
Yeah.
whatever. Hit it like 14 feet. You like just try to hammer it in.
Yeah.
Like that's not making a
That's not how you normally play
Just
golf.
because you can do that.
The caddy
Yeah.
thing though, and the players helping each other, it's kind of like when you like get to study with friends in high school. You're like, oh, this is so much more fun than regular. You're probably not
That's
going to
true.
do better on the test, but like you had a good time getting ready for it.
That's a good point, Claire.
The last thing we did today, James,
We went for a run.
I'm just now excited by proxy through James, because we went for this run, ran downhill to the golf course, and James saw the build out, and I could hear him just getting
Build out.
excited as we were running.
I was
Started,
screaming. I
cheering.
actually, started just yelling out of excitement. Like, I don't know, this is my first Ryder Cup. This is also my favorite event in golf. I'm just so excited to like witness the environment and the energy around it. It's like, I mean, this is the most excited I've been for a golf tournament in a very long time.
I love to hear that, and I also love that the things that we were most nervous about, A, is this Airbnb real? B, can we actually walk to the course from here? Both strong yeses.
Will Claire get her passport? Like these
Will-
questions.
that
These-
actually was
We're
not
checking all
on
these
the-
boxes.
Yeah, that's true.
Things are really coming together
They are.
in a nice way.
They are.
And, you know, over the next few days, I think some things will crystallize. We're going to find out more about pairings. We're going to be able to make some predictions. We're going to see how things are playing out. But for now, it's good to be here. It's good to be with you guys.
Good first day.
Cheers, gang.